I had planned ahead a bit. I knew roughly what we were going to do, where we were going.
So Queeman is a major anti-fan. I would actually say that Queeman is Jay Stelk's better half, okay? If I were to choose between Jay Stelk and Queeman on who is by far the smartest anti-fan, I would say it's Queeman. Queeman is more calculated. He knows what he's doing. And he makes the best points when it comes to snarking on Destiny, okay? Jay Stelk is copium. Jay Stelk is copium central, but Queeman doesn't take losing fights, which is why typically whenever there's a Destiny win in the lawsuit, Queeman does not cover it. If there is a Destiny L on the lawsuit, then Queeman doesn't cover that either, okay? The reason for that is because then the expectation is that the next time Destiny gets a W, then Queeman is going to, then Queeman is like obligated to like cover that, right? Because he doesn't want to lose his standing as the person who is like based on facts and stuff and based on lore and shit like that, right? Kind of an OG. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm the one that created Queeman, okay? So 2 years ago, when I was crashing out, all right, and being a locale in Twitch Bowl, Queeman was my #1 farmer, and he would have not risen off the ground if it weren't for farming content off of me, okay? Now, obviously, I put this stuff behind me now. I don't judge Queeman based off of that solely, but, you know, it does shape a lot of my judgment based off of that, I guess, because I'm, like, cognizant of that fact, right? So, you're welcome, okay? If you're wondering why Destiny hates Queeman so much, I am here to fix my mistake, okay? I'm here to put Queeman back into his womb, okay? I'm sorry. Queeman is my Hassan, all right? So yeah, that's what Queeman is. OG anti-fan? Yeah, he is an OG anti-fan. Yeah, he's among the first, all right? Aiden is somebody from the commentary community who is just simply friends with Queeman and friends with everybody in the snarking community. But that's literally it. I'm not sure if I know anything more about Aiden. They look roughly the same though. They both have curly hair and they both are skinny. Maybe Aiden's a little fatter, but you know. Anyway, this is our anorexic Jewish kid, okay? I kid you not, Queeman is also 26. If you're wondering, wait a second, isn't he like 17 years old? Isn't he like 18 years? No, Queeman is 26. I'm 26. I know. Okay.
I go.
We'll take a look.
Okay. And I managed to get Aiden to show up without asking too many questions. Okay. Why do I look so old in that picture? I kind of look. I look both 13 and 50. Anyway, I'm gonna be real. But lighting and the whatever AI shit was used to clean up the photo or whatever. But I was getting ID'd all night, so I can't look that old. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
So yeah, what was I saying? So I met up with Aiden the first night. Okay. I knew what we were doing. I'd planned ahead. And I'd found out there was this bar owned by Vice Media in London. Okay. And when I looked at what live music they had on that night, there was a, like, it said,
yeah, Aiden,
queer,
Ross?
trans, POC bands or some shit like that. And I was like, awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Great.
Okay.
Perfect. That sounds amazing. Queer, trans, POC, UK Underground, something like that. That's what it said. I was like, perfect. Amazing. That's where we're going.
He's not being the allegations, dude.
Obviously, right? Hopefully that's clear.
Okay.
So I take Aiden there first. We walk in. The music's like upstairs. We walk in downstairs and go to the bar. And I'm like, oh, what do you want to drink?
In a club?
And he's like, oh, just whatever you're drinking. I'm like, okay.
They went to a club?
So I ordered an Amstel. If you guys know what Amstel is, it's a popular lager.
For the record, I don't know if this is all a meme or not, okay? Like, it could entirely be possible that all of this is a meme, and I'm just like, and I just don't, and I'm not just in on the joke, because this is what they do a lot. Like, they do a lot of riffing, they do a lot of, like, playing around, and they do a lot of, like, fucking, like, oh, this is a boys club, right? It's kind of like a boys club, and they fucking, like, shoulder punch each other like this, right? So, trying to figure out whether or not this is a real issue, or like this is just a joke or an in-joke or something is part of my struggle, okay? Trying to figure out whether or not they're having real conflict. I have no idea. If this is not real conflict, I'm not interested, okay? So I have to keep on finding out, like, what, like, whether or not this is ironic or this is irony poisoned or not, I guess. But, you know, what can you do?
Oh, we were both in Amstel, and obviously Aiden is not keen on it. It's pretty obvious immediately. He's not into the beer. He doesn't want beer.
Okay.
I knew that was going to be the case. I knew that would be the case.
Why?
I don't know why, like... But he said, order whatever you're getting, and it's like...
I mean, I'm not into beer either, but...
Sure. Whatever I'm getting, sure. I'm not starting on spirits yet, so that's what we'll do. But he doesn't enjoy it, obviously. So then we go upstairs, we go to the music thing, and it doesn't start for a minute. I don't make it immediately clear to Aiden.
Why is everybody
like,
bad
QR
coming
codes
from the
around.
UK?
For
This fucked up.
this
Ooh.
person's like GoFundMe for their bottom surgery, I believe. And they get on stage and they talk about, oh, I'm rapping in Tamil and all this shit. So they've got quite a deep voice, so it's just quite funny. It's quite funny. I'm not gonna go too crazy again, but it was quite funny. It was quite funny. And Aiden's just like looking at me awkwardly, like, you know, what the fuck. Thank you for the $5, Chloravetla. That is Chloravetla, I think. Can I see your app? Did you donate for the surgery? No, I did not. So we leave that pretty quickly. We do leave that pretty quickly. And then we sort of bar hop a few different places, just like looking on Google Maps, like what bars are around. Most of them are kind of dead. But then we end up somewhere where they've got a band on. And we walk in. And when we walk in, the band is doing like an alt-rock cover of Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. And so I'm like, oh yeah, let's fucking go. I'm like into it immediately, obviously. Because that's the sort of thing that, you know, I'm a couple drinks deep at this point. That's the sort of thing that I'm like totally into, you know, if I'm a couple drinks deep is...
And it's somehow like the gayest possible anti-fans as well. Like there's nothing. So you're telling me that you're in the crowd. So you're in the. Okay, this is like starting to sound a little sus. Okay, so you're telling me you're in the crowd of a bunch of queer people in the middle of a bunch of. So you guys are a bunch of straight people in the middle of a crowd of a bunch of queer people as two men, and a trans woman is on stage talking about her GoFundMe for bottom surgery, and you're having a great time, and you're really into Taylor Swift alt band remix. This is a. Did you guys have a date, or like? That sounds like a date, bro.
Alt-rock cover of some retarded pop song?
Sounds like a date.
Okay, awesome stuff. W. Cool. So I'm like immediately into that. And Aiden's sort of like not looking crazy enthused. He's like,
who is this lesbian woman? Were they on a TV show in the 90s or something?
Hey, yo, Corey, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you. Disavowed, dude. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the $5.
whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Okay.
Man.
So we get a drink, and Aiden starts on a rum and coke. I introduce Aiden to rum and cokes after he's maybe drunk a spritz, which was just, you know, whatever. But I get him on rum and cokes. He's clearly enjoying that. He gets a taste for that.
Everyone loves a Taylor Swift
and
cover. Sure.
So we're in this bar, bar for a bit. We talk, you know, hanging out. I'm like kind of trying to get him to, like, you know, dance, enjoy it a bit. He's not really into it, but they're playing, like, you know, they go through like Teenage Dirtbag and Mr. Brightside and
Brightside.
What else? In Too Deep, I think. You know, they go through all the sort
Sexually?
of songs that, you know, I am totally into. I'm out for that sort of music. That's what I'm out to hear. I would have loved that same part. Yeah, exactly. Man, that's what I'm out to hear.
He's
That's what
smiling
I'm out for. Throwing
really
Franz
big right
Ferdinand,
now,
it's
okay?
like the best night ever. Aiden sort of gets into it a little bit, but he's not going crazy or anything. So okay, we're getting somewhere at least. Then we go into the next bar, and it's like notably worse. It's like way more normie. You know what I mean?
It's way more worse, way more normie. So when the bar is not gay, it's worse. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing, or like, can the message be any clearer? Like, I'm really trying here, okay? I'm really trying here. I promise I'm not trying to gaslight you guys, okay?
It's like they're playing like
Man.
Timber, you know, It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
Gay bar,
They're
which
playing
sucks.
that.
I agree with him. I agree with him, but he's been trying to like he has gay retard allegations. Okay, I'm sorry. Like Queeman has gay retard allegations. He needs to beat the allegations, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Among other songs.
He looks like a malnourished Napoleon Dynamite. Man, he didn't need that. What the fuck? Holy shit! He looks like a malnourished Napoleon Dynamite.
And the thing is that
Oh
usually I
my
wouldn't be that
God.
crazy into it, but there were some kind of like cheesy,
You'll never be.
it's like 2010 songs on there. I can kind of get into that, you know. I can kind of get into Timber, you know. I can kind of get into Timber. I can kind of do that. But Aiden was not, and I was like,
Bruh.
I immediately realized he was not going to be able to get into that.
Oh,
But it was just
come on,
kind of
Aiden.
it was kind of disappointing. I had kind of like
Why not?
almost
It's cool and epic
I don't
and
know,
fun.
FOMO or whatever, because
I don't know.
everyone else was very much into it. Everyone else was very much into it in the bar. There were like, you know, there were obviously heterosexual male friends doing exaggerated.
Why did you have to clarify that? I don't. Wait. Okay. So if you clarified right here that they were heterosexual, does that mean anytime you mention a male but you don't clarify that they're heterosexual, like, do you mean that, like, you know?
Dance moves together, like thrusting each other and this sort of shit to you know, cheesy 2010s bangers. And when I see something like that, it's like, that is like, you know, I've been in situations plenty where, you know, I've been with groups that would be totally down to do stupid shit like that. That would get into it, would get drunk and be into it like that.
Guys, I was only pretending to be gay. Guys, I was only pretending to be gay. Yes, we fucked, but I was only pretending to be.
And that's always fun, you know, when you're out with the lads, you know.
Huh?
But Aiden was not that type of guy, and Aiden is just like stood there, like all these people are all going crazy in this fucking bar. Like everyone else having so much fun. Aiden's just stood there, the darkest corner of this bar, just like leather jacket on, done up, fucking hands in his
My
pocket.
ninja, what the fuck?
I'm just like, okay.
Guys, I promise I'm not gaslighting you.
It was just so disappointing. It was just so disappointing.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I expected, really. And I can be a bit like that sometimes. Like, you know, if the music's not right and I'm not drunk enough, I can be a bit like that sometimes.
Wait, is this a meme? Is he riffing on
But
Aiden,
it's
or
like, man,
is this
we
actually?
we were a good few drinks deep at that point, and
Or is this actually?
was just like, okay, I was ready to get started. So that was the first night, and then we do meet Dickers. And, you know, that's just
And you have a friend named Dickers. Like, just think about that. You have a friend named Dickers. You have a friend named Dickers. Yeah.
nothing really good happens from
All
there.
right. Enough
It's just
said,
like Dickers.
I think.
We go back to Aiden's hotel. We go and try and find booze. We can't find booze.
Okay.
We go back empty-handed. And I go to my Airbnb. And that's it. So that's the first night. So second night is New Year's, okay? So, what happened New Year's? Thank you for the $5, Jimberly. She's saying, Aiden is a brooding and sad drunk, completely unsurprising. Yeah, a little bit. Well, not even really. It's just like, I don't know, man. He's like preoccupied with image, I think, a little bit. And I'll get into some of the arguments he had afterwards. That I think shit.
Why not? Okay, all right, on a serious note, okay? It seems like, you know what? If Queeman is openly queer like that, you know what? Slay, okay? Slay, my king, all right? Slay, my gay prince, okay? But Aiden just seems like someone who doesn't know how to have fun, okay? Like, let's just say I was a part of this friend group, okay? Which I am not, all right? Because fuck these anti-fans, okay? Okay, let's just say they had an IRL meetup, okay? Bro, you are so concerned with cringe that you have killed a part of you that is cringe, right? Like, this is the opposite. Like, nothing reeks more of insecurity, right? Nothing reeks more. It's January 6th. Haha, get it? Because it's January 6th. Good one. But nothing reeks more of insecurity than you being straight, but you're too afraid to present gay, okay? That's an attack vector, okay? In my opinion, that's an attack vector, all right? Because now I know you're sensitive to that. And now that I know that you're sensitive to that, I'm going to make fun of you specifically with that, right? Because why would you have done a horrible job hiding your weakness, okay? But now you're exposed. You have revealed yourself, okay? You are somebody who is insecure about that shit. Well, now I can use it to attack you, right? But Queeman, right? If I called him gay, would it really affect him? He probably thinks gay culture is cool if he's straight, right?
Some light on that. So, New Year's, next day. So I'm raring to go, New Year's, really. I'm like, you know, I've prepared.
What do you mean
mentally,
raring to go?
physically,
Wait,
everything.
okay, guys, he's doing this on purpose. Yeah, he's doing this on purpose. He's doing the whole gay bait and switch because he probably sees that his chat. Like my guess is that his chat. I don't want to look at his chat, but my guess is that his chat is all like, "Oh my god, you guys are totally gay. You guys are like homosexual," and basically Creeman is just playing into it. Okay, like he's trying to describe it in the most homoerotic manner possible, so then they're able to like keep the engagement up. Basically, that's. Yeah, okay. I know what's going on, okay? But chances are, right, like it's probably way more heterosexual. It's like, okay, you ready to go to a bar, you ready to not go to a bar, you prepare, whatever, right? It's not actually that homosexual, but oh wait. Shit. But yeah, you know what I mean? Oh shit. Fuck's sake. Are you actually for real right now? Okay, cool.
For New Year's. I'm ready to have a real good night out on New Year's. Also, my camera's out of focus, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully it goes back in. There we go. So I'm mentally, physically prepared to have a good night out New Year's. I'm raring to go. But I know, okay? Because before I left Aiden's hotel the night before, Aiden, it was clear on his face, he was way past his limit. Okay, he had overtaken me on drinks, by far. Once I got on rum and coke, he had overtaken me. And he was like knocking them back. And then, yeah, I just knew that. And I knew it was going to be rough. And I was drinking water and shit.
Is that why Aiden's mad? Because Queeman's story made him sound gay? I don't know. Like, obviously, Queeman is playing into it, right? He's riffing. That's what he's doing, right? He's riffing. But, like, if somebody like... If somebody like Aiden is, like, sensitive to being called gay, right? Then aren't you gonna play into that? Like, I feel as though this is what's going on, right? I don't think Queeman cares when somebody calls him gay, because he probably would say something like, yeah, that's right. I think that gay culture is cool. Yeah, that's right. I think that gay music is cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. This is the way he speaks, okay? I'm just saying. This is not the way I speak. Anyway, like, he would 100% say that, okay? But when he sees a friend of his who is not into something and he feels maybe personally slighted by that, then like he's probably going to do something like this because he knows it will bother Aiden, right? Bother Aiden, sorry.
That as well. Like, I've always been, for my entire adult life, I've been a terrible, drunk, like binge drinking retard.
Oh yeah, Queeman is an alcoholic, okay? Just so you know where these anti-fans are coming from, okay? Again, they all have mental issues. They all are degens, okay? Like, ultimately, if you look at their personal lives, like, it's ultimately all very, very sad, okay? For example, God, this shellboner motherfucker, okay? Like, this person lives in a trailer. Their husband, who is a nurse, is constantly trying to, like, get her to hang out with him, but then she never ever wants to spend time with him, but instead she spends all of her time snarking on Destiny instead, and spending her time in J-Stelk's Discord server, okay? If you look at a lot of the J-Stelk Discord people, a lot of them are just as sad, right? Like, they'll be like, oh, well, Destiny fucked my girlfriend once and now I can't get over it, right? Like, even though the last time your girlfriend got fucked by Destiny was like 3 years ago, so it doesn't even matter, but now you just can't move past it, right? It's filled with some of the most like insecure, most malevolent people who just can't get past some mental scarring they have had that is completely irrelevant to any normie or to any even internet person who just looks at that and goes like, yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like it sucks, but you know, you got to move past that at some point, right? But anyway, that's the point, right? Do you make notes on these Luz? No, I memorize it all, okay? and Queeman, you know, in addition to him, like, he's Jewish, right? But there's nothing else about him that's Jewish except for his hair, okay? Like, straight up, okay? I'm sorry. It's just... And then, if anything, he keeps on supporting people who hate Jews, okay? And, like, Kiwi Farms is also super anti-Semitic. So it's like... you know, it's just a lot of it is just no shame. You know, it's just absolutely no shame whatsoever. Straight up zero shame. Okay. And you know what? If you want to live life like that, fine. Okay. But you know, it is what it is. Queenman is based. No, he's not based. Okay. He's only based in the sense of like presenting cool. Okay. Trying to keep an image up. All right. In front of his community. Okay. But I know behind the surface. Okay. I know some things. All right. Trust me.
Who doesn't drink water, doesn't
He's not
eat.
as cool as you think.
Yeah, that's
okay?
always been for my entire adult life. And this is basically the first time
Chances are I have watched Queenman longer than you have. Okay.
in my life where I have, like, you know, managed to moderate my intake. And I actually had a very bad drinking experience a few months ago, so that might have finally knocked it in. But I actually managed to moderate my drinking and drink water, and I was like, you know, it blew my mind how much of a difference it made. But Aiden was like totally past his limit and was not doing any of that. And it was very clear on his face. So I did not have high hopes, I'll be real.
So Aiden is a spoiled rich white boy from America.
I did not have high hopes.
Well, I'm not surprised, by the way.
But I was raring to go. So I'm ready and everything. I go and meet Soul Skibbity, okay?
Listen, these are this story is way funnier when you have been following my commentary on these guys from the very start, okay? Because this isn't the first time I've covered this isn't the first time that I've covered Queenman. Nor probably is it going to be the last time, all right? These guys are a bunch of wackos, okay? Ultimately, it's kind of hard to hate them in a way because it's like, how could you hate somebody so pathetic, right? I don't know. It's almost kind of endearing if they weren't so awful, right? That's my thing.
I go and meet Soul Skibbity near Aiden's hotel, and we go for coffee. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe we have to kill an hour or two until Aiden shows up.
Okay.
Maybe we have to kill an hour or
Jesus.
two. It's not the end of the world. I don't know what time did I meet up with Soul that day? Let's see if I can figure it out from my messages.
Solo. Wait, what?
Let's have a look. Let me see. Finally knocked it in. But I actually managed to moderate my drinking and drink water, and I was like, you know, it blew my mind how much of a difference it made. But Aiden was like totally past his limit and was not doing any of that.
That's what the trip
It was
is
very
for?
clear on his face. So I did not have high hopes, I'll be real. I did not have high hopes. But I was raring to go. So I'm ready and everything. I go and meet Soul Skibbity, okay? I go and meet Soul Skibbity near Aiden's hotel, and we go for coffee.
Who's so skippity?
And I'm thinking, okay, maybe we have to kill an hour or two until Aiden shows up. Maybe we have to kill an hour or two. It's not the end of the world. I don't know what time did I meet up with Soul that day? Let's see if I can figure it out from my messages.
Okay, it's not solo, right? That's not solo. Okay, all right. My God. I had a heart attack there.
Let's have a look. Let me see.
This other guy.
Where was it? I want to be totally clear with how fucking long.
Oh, Solo is from the UK. Yes, that's what I thought. Yes, exactly. That's what made me go like, wait a second. Right? It's just, yeah, that'd be crazy.
I probably met up with Soul 4:30. I met up with Soul, okay? 4:30 in the afternoon, I met up with Soul. And so I'm thinking maybe 2 hours, maybe 6:30, Aiden takes it out, and then we can start pre-drinking at some pub before we go to this party that we've got tickets for. So I meet up with Soul about 4:30, we go for a coffee. And I'd say probably about
Who's this
2 hours pass.
Never
And
heard of them.
Hellbent suggests eventually calling Aiden's hotel and trying to contact him through the hotel. So me and Soul, I think Soul, does it? Wait, maybe we already met up Dickers by that point. But at some point in the 2 hours, maybe we met up Dickers. But eventually we call Aiden's hotel and we go to a pub. We get through eventually. Aiden wakes up. We think, okay, we're at this pub waiting for Aiden. Called him through the hotel. Surely by now, you know, it won't be that long. It won't be that long. We've gotten through to him. So it can't be that long.
Wait, okay, I have... Scream. I'm saying Soul Skippity Scream Solo. Yeah, it sounds like a meme name for Solo, right? It sounds like a really like meme put together. Why is he even doing this reporter stream? I don't know. I don't know. If this is an inside joke, I'm missing the inside joke here, right? Like if this was not actually backstabbing, if this is not actually backstabbing Aiden, or this is not actually like doing an expose on Aiden, then I don't know what's the point of this, right? Because like again, maybe this is all memes and jokes, right? But you're making him sound pretty bad, right? You're doing that, right? You're basically saying, oh, behind the camera is a pathetic, worthless, insecure wretch, right? Queeman would say something like that, right? Like, isn't that what he's implying? Is that like this Aiden guy is a total insecure? Like your fight. It seems it weakens your message against Destiny, okay, or against anybody by doing this, right?
And we sat in this pub, and we've traipsed around London. Like me and Sol have gone for this walk around that sort of area of London, and walked all around. And, like the whole city is like, I don't know if you've ever been in London on New Year's, but when you're in like the centre, especially around like Embankment area, anything around there is going to be like it's like so locked down, dude. Like you can't get anywhere good. You're trying to like get somewhere down to the waterfront, like to because I wanted to see if we could get like towards where the fireworks were going to be, because I got the sense that we probably won't have a good view.
I think he wants to sell the image that he's some parting grass toucher. No, I don't think. No, the only social like interaction he has is when he gets like drunk at bars. Okay, I think he legitimately had, or maybe still has, like an alcoholism problem. Okay, and yeah, I think that's what's going on. All right. Yeah. I don't know, but to be fair, okay, if you are a recovering alcoholic, you shouldn't be drinking, right? Normally, you shouldn't be drinking. You should just straight up not be drinking, right? There's no such thing as just one sip, right? There's no such thing as that, right? Should be
from the actual boat thing that we were going to. But yeah, it's like all blocked off. It's like all blocked off, and it's just like all packed. All the train stations are fucking packed around there. And we did manage to get seats in the pub like early, but yeah, it got busy quick.
And the alcohol, yeah, it could lead you down to a spiral.
We had like walked around, had a look at everything, and it was like totally packed. So it was a little bit, I was a little bit like, oh, how's it gonna turn out? It's a little bit stressful, someone's not showing up, and you're waiting fucking hours when it's busy as fuck everywhere. It's like, dude, what is gonna happen here? So it is kind of like fucking annoying the whole time. Kind of putting me on tilt that Aiden is not responding to anyone, not.
The sad part of this is that I can actually relate to everything Queeman is saying here, right? Like waiting for someone to show up, but they're not actually showing up. Like they are not showing up for a commitment that they have committed to, right? Especially when someone's time is valuable, right? If you feel as though you're a pretty busy person, now I don't think Queeman is busy, okay? But it doesn't really matter, because from your side as an adult, right? Even though these guys are like barely adults, okay? If you're an adult, right, and you want to fuck around and shit, right? You got to respect each other's time, especially if you're willing to go out and travel and stuff like that. If you're not okay with something, then just say that you're not okay with it and you don't want to participate in something like this ever again. But as long as you keep silent and you don't know how to communicate, then nobody will ever know you have a problem, right? So ultimately, yeah, I mean, you're going to end up like waiting for something to happen, something that will never happen, right? Anyway.
Giving any fucking idea of what he's going to do.
Good memes.
Not giving any timeline. That is really tilting.
Sure.
So we are like haranguing his hotel, and eventually we stop being.
Going from full alcoholic to full cold turkey is not fair. I agree with that, but I just don't know where. Queeman is on that chart. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, but who knows? I always assume that whenever he says something like this, or anybody says something like this, is that you are like you have completed all of your steps, right? You have done it all, and you have basically reduced your alcohol consumption to zero, or you're trying to keep it that way, right? That's the assumption, right?
Let's get put through.
I don't know.
So we're just totally locked out and just have to hope for the best. So we end up going there to this party we had tickets for, and we get on, and immediately
party.
I'm thinking, okay, this is not quite what I was expecting. It's not quite what I was expecting, because it said permanently moored boat. So you think sort of like it's going to be basically like on land, essentially. It's going to be like stable. But it wasn't. It wasn't. It was like tipping. And the decks were like frozen because it was so fucking cold. So as we go in to get drinks, it is like, we try and walk over to the bar and shit. I think me and Dick were both saying like, it was either me and Dick or me and Sol. Both saying, dude, this is like giving me motion sickness. This is like rough. This is like bad. Thank you for the raid, Sol. Thank you. So it was like tough immediately. It was real tough. I was like, oh, bro, this is going to be fucking painful. Now, fortunately, as the night went on, it actually did like even out. Actually stopped swaying and like, or stopped noticing or whatever. And it was like totally fine. Thank you for the £2, Sol. Thank you. So yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, and then we got outside to have a smoke with our drinks in hand. Drinks down on the counter, and they fucking like sliding around. I'm like having to find like the bit in the wood on the counter on the deck where it's like kind of chipped and like there's a, like, you know, more of a straight part that you can just put it down on and have it propped
so
on.
Confused,
it was like,
dude.
It was bad. It was bad.
Okay. Why is this relevant? I just
and we're waiting for Aiden. It must be like, I don't know. We must get there at like 9:30 or something, I feel like. Probably around that time, 9:30. And Aiden does. I think Hellbent shows up at some point, and then, when Hellbent shows up,
okay.
Sol is saying he wants
Hellbent is another anti-fan. That's all you need to know. Okay.
To do this like opening line to Aiden, where he's going to say, "Oh, it's icy out here, isn't it?" Really, I don't even know what the point was. I don't even know why this was a thing. I was like, you know, kind of groaning, hearing it.
The fuck?
Just like, oh yeah, icy is in reference to Aiden's Discord chat, icy chat.
Yeah, I see you guys as well. Yeah, okay. Fuck me, dude. What? These guys are way cringier than Destiny. What the fuck?
So,
this cannot be Destiny's top ops. Man. These cannot be Destiny's top ops, bro.
Sees Aiden the right.
Destiny is getting bagged by a bunch of random
kids. So beelines are over there.
Oh my
immediately.
Lord, it's over, dude. It's over for
frantic
Steven.
rush to go and say this, and drops his line, and then comes back. It's like, that wasn't Aiden.
He's getting backed by a bunch of dorks.
Random person just said this retarded fucking line to some just like random nobody. Just like, yeah, I know.
This is so cooked, dude.
So that was awesome. That was great stuff. And so Aiden still doesn't arrive for ages.
It was rough.
Yeah, grimacing, for real. Grimacing emoji IRL. There are a lot of moments like that. Grimacing emoji IRL. Sorry, 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Wait, so why wasn't hold on. So why wasn't this thing with Aiden resolved in private? Right? Like, is this really worth burning a bridge over? Is like some possible misunderstandings and him being uncomfortable and him not showing up? Is that enough for a public expose? What? Is that enough for a public expose? What? Wait, so what's the point of this? I mean, it just sounds like he's being a dickhead, but like, that's it? You're burning the bridge over Aiden being a dickhead for not showing up? We'll see.
So I just take a drink of my water and coffee. 1 minute.
I just don't understand.
I don't want to see you.
I just don't get
I don't want you guys to see me, you know, chucking water down myself if I embarrass myself.
Dude, what the fuck? He can't be serious about that, right? You're drinking water? No way, right?
I'm coughing. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yes, we know that you're coughing. What? The fuck? This is not real, okay? This is nah.
So yeah, what was it?
Nah, this is parody, okay? This is parody. This is the guys. They're shooting the shit, okay? They're shooting the shit. They're shooting the shit, okay? This has to be a private meme. I'm falling for it, okay? I'm falling for it. Good meme, okay? I'm falling for it, okay? This is just used to bait me on purpose, okay? Right? Right?
Saying, what was I up to? So yeah, so there was this random line, this retarded line, this random person. What happens next? So then we're still waiting for Aiden. Aiden does not arrive until, I think, quarter to 12. I think maybe 20 to 12. So this is a New Year's party, and he's not there until 20 minutes until the, like, you know, key moment of the party. And that party only lasted until like 20 to 1, and then it moved into a different place. So he was basically there for less than an hour. Thank you for the $5, Jimbley. Brown's microwave in chat. That Gatorade bottle screenshot did it on Prime. It was not a Gatorade bottle. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Okay. So Aiden is there for like less than an hour. Okay. We do get to see some fireworks. We don't get to see them through the main display, which kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. It's not the end of the world. But, yeah, Aiden's there for like less than an hour. He doesn't even get to restart drinking. You know, I am immediately trying to get this guy drunk. You know, I'll make no bones about it. I'm immediately trying to get Aiden as drunk as possible, as quick as possible.
Okay, now you just sound evil. Wait, what? Wait, why are you trying to get him as drunk as fast as possible? What? Wait, what, guys? Am I dreaming? Am I still awake? I'm so confused. I'm actually perplexed. I feel like this story, cannot be a real story, like that I am hearing right now. There's just absolutely no way.
I think other people probably had that same sort of mindset. Thank you for the $5, Hick Fury. We need more emotes. Can you give us a sippy for that? No. Thank you for the $5, Shinny. Thank you.
So confused.
So yeah, that was immediately the goal. So we move into this next party, and I'm getting like tequila shots and shit like that.
That's normal. That's fine.
Because he needs to catch up. You know, he needs to catch up.
But
and while we're at this next party, or in fact, between these two parties, it's just to clarify timeline, make sure the timeline is clear. The uppies photo is taken between these two parties. As we're walking from one to the other, the uppies photo is taken. Just so you guys know the timeline here. Okay. So we get to this next party. And what happens here? I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Is there anything I'm going to miss? Is there anything important?
I don't understand.
Like, things I'm already thinking of.
I don't understand, dude.
What would I miss if I was going to miss something?
No, what?
Yeah, no, I think it's just the key part. So we get to this second party, and you may have heard we met these two like women, these two flatmates.
Oh no.
One of which is, I think, like Norwegian or some shit. I don't even remember. I think Norwegian. And one is...
Okay.
She's British, but she's the wife of an American military guy. Okay?
Okay.
And...
I don't know.
I think the first interaction...
I like the direction this is going.
Dude, this is so cringe. I don't even want to... I don't even want to repeat this shit.
Yeah, man. I can tell.
Fuck. I literally don't want to repeat anything. Dude, okay.
You don't have to. It's their story. Okay. Oh my god. Why is their story relevant?
I briefly talked to one of these girls, okay? And I go back over to the group. And I'm like, dude, I just had this cringe interaction at the bar. I'm not going to go into such detail. I don't want to go into this.
So confused. I'm actually so confused.
I'm not like...
I'm so confused. Bro, I'm actually I'm just confused.
Okay, guys.
I've never been more confused.
Okay, here's what happens.
This relevant.
Okay? I'm at the bar.
Hello?
And this girl says... I can't remember what she says at first, but basically she says, "Oh, how old are you?" I'm like, 26. She's like, "Oh, how old's your girlfriend?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't have a girlfriend." And she goes, "Oh, good." I'm like, "Okay." And then she says, I'm 27. She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, right." And she looks at me like this. Sorry, did I say... She said, you don't look 26. That's what she says when I say 26. She looks like this. And I'm like, "Oh, you don't look 27 either." And then, like, basically just walk off and go back to the group. And so I go back.
Do I even want to finish this? I feel like I'm already cringing so hard. Bro, this is unacceptable, okay? Oh my god. Bro, I don't know if I can handle this one, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
To the group, and I immediately like, guys, I should the worst interaction at the bar. I just like... And as I'm talking about this...
Bro, she was trying to fuck you, motherfucker! And she was around your age! And she thought... Oh my god, dude. How could you mess that up? I don't understand. Guys, he skipped game. He's got no game. How do you... That girl is totally into you, bro. That girl was totally into you. How is that the worst interaction? I swear to God. I swear to God, this is made on purpose to trigger me, on purpose, okay? They're getting a good fucking gaff out of this, I swear to God. Actual negative riz, negative charisma, what the fuck? A fucking aura black hole.
Like with 999. As I'm talking about this, that same girl walks back behind me, and I believe they're already talking to the American military wife. That's a Norwegian girl, okay? She goes over and starts immediately talking to Sol, okay? Right behind me as I'm talking to the group about what just happened. Immediately talking to Sol in the smoking area. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? So we're talking about it. And basically, this girl talks about her husband briefly and says, like, she's talking to Aiden and is like, can you tell Trump your president not to invade Venezuela? You know, my husband's in the military or whatever. People trying. Like that. And we're like fucking around. And wait, no, sorry, first. This girl basically says to us that she's trying to get her friend laid. And says, it's been a while. I'm like, dude.
Can you explain female attraction? I don't understand how any human can be attracted to this guy. Okay, here's a question. Why did Melina leave Steven for a twink TikTok boy who looks exactly like this? It's because women are into certain archetypes, okay? All right, some women, okay? People who want to take care of a twink boy, okay? All right? It's a whole thing, all right? Yeah, and in addition, they were drunk. Yeah, it's like you've never seen anything like this before. It happens all the time. It literally happens all the time. Some of the most popular, people right now, like in terms of male beauty, are effeminate. It's a thing. It's in magazines right now. Like maybe it was like, maybe in the past, right? Like maybe in the past it was a thing where the big beefy guys were like the trend, right? But trends change. And as you grow, you know, as you develop in age, like your standards are going to change as well, right? It's just that the current trend is actually, in fact, you know, twinks. Yeah, plus a nice accent as well. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Okay, wait, let's be real here. Queeman isn't bad looking, right? Like, can we just be real here? Guys, if we can't even admit this, we can't move on, okay? We can't move on if we can't admit this, okay? We have to be fair. We have to be fair here, right? Queeman is, like, unironically good looking, right? I don't even want to give him this. Okay? But I see a spade, and I'm gonna call it a spade. Shops is into him. No, I'm not. Okay? This is a meme. Okay? That's an old meme. Okay? That's an old meme. Fuck you. Okay?
I can't, man. I literally
no?
can't. I'm like cringing out my skin at the whole situation.
Good one. Okay? Good memes.
It's so funny. It's like the whole thing is just so funny. It's like, cause this, like, I'll be real, like, I'm cringing talking about it, but honestly, this is like, literally, this whole situation, this is the funniest way for me that this whole night
I'm his number one hater.
Any awkward situation like that makes me fucking laugh. I remember it. It's like, great, you know. So, how is this awkward? Because no one, dude, I'm not gonna say crazy shit. No one's interested, dude. No one's interested, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone can correct me. Right. No one's interested, and certainly it ain't happening around a bunch of fucking retards you met online from fucking YouTube. No one's going and spitting game, bro. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. That's not what anyone's there for. All right? Maybe Aiden was, okay?
What are you talking about? It's so easy to pick up women and manipulate them, okay? I would know. Well, actually, no. I wouldn't know. Sorry. Bro, it's... Oh my god, dude. What? My god. Dude. Oh no. People don't know. People only have a caricature in their mind of what, like, a woman is like IRL. The truth is that if you go to a bar, a place where you're meant to pick up people, okay, you're probably gonna be fucking picking up motherfuckers, right? You'll definitely make out with them. You're projecting.
I was not there for that. I don't think Sol was there for that.
Fuck.
I could be wrong. So, the whole thing is just cringe. The whole thing is cringe and funny as fuck to me. I'm like laughing I'm like, you know, the whole time.
Especially
I'm
on
like,
New Year's Eve, yes!
Going from like pain expression to like grinning to myself basically, because it's just like so fucking funny.
What do you want me to say?
Anyway.
Like, bro.
What was I saying? Was she wasted too? Yeah. They were wasted.
Stumbling, Teen Heartthrob looks at 26 is a little creepy. Motherfucker! I'm sorry, but probably 90% of all humans in the world are into teenagers, okay? I'm sorry. They would probably say, so, a 25-year-old that looks like a teenager, they will be like, that's pretty hot. Because they look young! That's why. I'm sorry. Dude, how many men are into fucking girls who are like 21 and they look like they are like barely like 13? How many? All of them, actually, right? Didn't they literally study this like as a part of a psych test? Nobody will literally admit it because, oh my god, it's gonna look bad. I'm a pedo, right? But like, motherfucker, this is like displayed in fucking research, okay? Like, I'm sorry.
So we're there for a while.
Men are into
we're talking about this.
Teenagers.
And then I'm like, okay, perfect. This is the perfect opportunity. I can't remember who I do it to first, but they basically say, Dickers, you need to go and say to one of these girls that they're talking to,
I don't
did you
want to
know
hear
this person is
Oh
a
my
famous
God, you guys are
YouTuber?
retarded.
Here is their channel. That's what I say
I
to
can tell
Dickers, okay?
who has been now and
This
who
is
hasn't.
number one on my list. Okay, number one on my list. Shit, I'm flailing. I'm retarded. Number one on my list of things to do on this trip was that if the opportunity presents itself, someone is talking to a woman, get their YouTube channel brought up to make fun of them. That was my number one priority above all else. And they end up both getting it done to them. So that was great.
What the fuck was the point of this?
And with Aiden, Aiden's the one that sticks. So I was kind of, water off duck's back. Aiden's is the one that sticks talking to this military wife woman. Because Dicker shows...
Bro, oh, come on. Don't be a homewrecker at the very least, right? Like seriously, just don't be a homewrecker. Like, it's not hard. Friendly. But again, just don't be a fucking home. Oh my god, I could, dude, no, bro. Just if you're gonna just hook up, just please, just don't be. God, I wouldn't be like, okay, maybe you could handle the guilt, okay, or maybe people just don't feel guilt. Fine, okay, but
like Aiden's videos when he was like 13, where he's talking about like sexual assaults in Uber or something like that.
No,
he's like, in his really high pitched voice talking about sexual assaults in Uber or whatever the fuck, and so everyone's like, joking about that shit. It's all very funny. It's all a good laugh.
Right. That's just fantastic.
Nothing. It's not like a big deal, to be honest. It's not like super embarrassing. Like, I'm trying not to make it sound like it was like this huge, like mortifying. It really was not like a big deal. Everyone kind of rolled with it. Everyone was having fun. It wasn't a big deal.
Also, by the way, how many like fucking burly gay guys are like they have a twink boyfriend, right? It's always the stereotype, a twink boyfriend and like a burly gay guy, like is like the stereotypical gay man couple, right? But like you realize the fucking twink looking motherfucker is the one that looks like a kid, right? You realize that, right? Like, bro, come on, dude. Not cool.
And then as we're about to leave,
but again, like you realize, like they're the one that looks like
these two girls invite us to an after party. Their flat.
That sucked.
And so I'm sort of like, well, this is funny as it is, so, fuck it. Why not? We'll go to the after party. And there's a little bit of disagreement and grumbling. I think Hellbent's kind of grumbling. I think this is part of what starts annoying Aiden. Other than just Hellbent being Hellbent. If you've seen Hellbent on streams, you probably know, you will know what Hellbent's.
Hellbent is actually very attractive, okay? I will say. All right? Like, Hellbent is like probably one of the few women left in the fucking snark space. Actually, no, there are plenty of women in the snark space. But it's just that, dude, I mean, like, you guys already seen like Duckbringers, like fucking exiting the snark space because, oh yeah, they don't actually respect women, okay? Dude, women who stay in like the fucking anti-fan snark space, I have like almost no respect for them, okay? On God. But you know what? I can acknowledge when they're pretty, okay? She's pretty.
Like in real life, okay? It's not much different. It's, you'll understand why Aiden is calling her autistic and annoying, okay? I'm not going to be just... Because we're going to talk about the argument that's been happening since. And I just want to make it clear, I understand where Aiden's coming from when he says Hellbent is autistic and annoying. I get what he's saying. I get what, But a lot of women are like that, okay? I'm going to be real. A lot of women are like that. It's just, especially women. They try to be funny. And that has its ups and its downs, okay? That has its ups and its downs.
That is a thing, unfortunately. I think, fuck. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When I say that there's always this one girl who's trying to fit in with the boys, and she just like starts making a bunch of jokes, and none of them land, and she comes off as trying too hard. And she didn't have to try as hard. She could have just been a normal person, and everybody would have gotten along. But then she's trying to make a bunch of jokes, and it's just like it just comes off as kind of weird. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Am I spitting? I right? There's always guys like that too. No, I agree. Okay, but I'm just saying this is a stereotype. Okay, and it's true. I'm just saying.
Okay, that is opposite sounds. So Hellman's making.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't. Okay, fine, they're a pygmy, but whatever.
Jokes that
okay?
obviously aren't landing with Aiden. Obviously aren't, oftentimes not landing particularly. But yeah, it's funny. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if someone's jokes aren't landing? Seriously, if you're in a situation like this and you're getting like actually mad because there's someone who's making jokes that aren't landing, you're not just rolling with it and having fun anyway. You're like genuinely like such a fucking loser. I truly can't express it enough. And this is gonna be a common pattern. This is a common pattern. It's like similar vibe that I got from a lot of the Malta stories. Is that Aiden, like, Parry is like this
This is the dankest dungeon.
Pink Portrait, thank you so much for the one gifted sub on Kick, okay? Be more like Pink Portrait. Be more subby. That sounds weird. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Donate. That's what I mean. Sorry. Thank you.
autistic character. And Aiden's just not rolling with it in any way. It's like, play the straight man of it. You get some satisfaction out of the entertainment, the comedy of the situation you're in. You know?
No.
Is that really that fucking hard? Is that really that fucking hard? Or you're so preoccupied with the idea of being...
I'm still shook. Food called Queeman handsome. Are you actually... Dude, I can't tell if you guys are trolling me. I really cannot tell. You guys are actually trolling me. No, I get it. I understand. Okay, I understand. Because of the fact that they are an anti-fan, because of the fact that they are evil, right? Because of the fact that, they are objectively a bad person, right? I understand how that can shape someone's perception. I can understand how that can shape someone's views, okay? But if we were talking about conventional attractiveness, right? Skinny, malnourished, curly hair, white, right? Like, wears button-up shirt. Like, are you actually, like, have you gone nuts? Or like, I can't believe I'm trying to justify this right now. Like, have you guys gone insane?
Like, awesome YouTuber. There's awesome YouTuber friends that you just can't possibly handle that. Guys, I need to grab another drink, okay? 2 seconds.
Oh, Lord. Pretty low bar there, Foods.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Buy food coin now.
Thank you for the $5. Okay. How many men? IRL, okay? All right, seriously, okay? I'm being dead serious. You call this a low bar, okay? I'm not into men, okay? You can choose to believe whatever. I'm not into men, all right? However, how many disgusting American men out there, or how much men out there are disgusting slobs, obese, fat, disgusting losers who do not take care of themselves? You can smell them a mile away, do not put deodorant on themselves, do not wear any like kind of clothing that actually fits them, do not whatever. There is far more of that than somebody who looks like they take care of themselves, right? Like, I'm just trying to be real here. Like, have you guys gone outside? Even what? I can't believe I'm the one telling you guys to go outside. Me! I'm the one that does it. I don't touch grass, okay? I'm allergic to grass. But even I know this shit. How could you guys not know? Like, this is insane.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, basic hygiene is a low bar, actually. Yeah. It's a high bar here, at the very least, okay? I'm serious. How much men grew up with absolutely no standards for themselves? Like, it's Americans in general. Americans are like that. Okay, Americans are like that.
Sim trying to get laid. What's her number?
I'm gonna die on this hill. Okay, fuck
Can
you
you guys imagine what DMs Parry would have leaked with Queeman?
Yeah, the bar is on the floor. Sure, I agree with that. I do all the above. Great. Sample case. Yeah, sample study. 1. Nice. Wow. Amazing. Epic.
Okay, I'm back. So, yeah. Aiden was not rolling with it at all. Aiden was not rolling with it. And we go back to this flat for the after party. Much to seemingly Hellbent's chagrin. Because the thing that starts annoying Aiden, I think, one of the things, is Hellbent saying, like, oh, we could just go back to... I'm trying to do the accent. We could just go back to mine. We could just go back to mine. You know. And Aiden obviously wants to stick it out. He's been invited to an after party. He probably feels like that's cool. I don't blame him. You know, I want to go to the after party as well. I want to keep hanging out with these people because it's funny. But Aiden probably, you know, I get the sense that Aiden was like, it's cool. You know, he's out and getting invited to after parties. You know, that's awesome, isn't it? So we go there and we sit down. No, sorry, wait. I should be more. Let's not skip any steps here. We get there. It is like, if you guys seen Attack the Block, do we know Attack the Block? You know like council flats as portrayed in Attack the Block. It's like that style, basically. You know, flats. It's awesome. It's like, you know, proper London. You know, proper London. It was awesome. Okay, I was like so happy Aiden was going there. I was so.
Well, okay, all right, yes, you're right on the sense of like he's taking forever to tell the story. What is the point of this? I'm serious. What exactly is the point of this? Okay.
Happy Aiden was there. You know, it was like I actually got to show him something a bit authentic for once in this trip. Thank you for the $5, Jimberly. Oh man, Aiden's gonna be pissed when he wakes up for his Robitussin overdose. Dude. I was so
What he said so far, previously believed Aiden and Queeman are anti-fans who are allied with one another and presumably friends. However, it seems as though that Queeman is now backstabbing Aiden for being cringe. That's literally it. I have no idea what the fuck is going on, okay? I can't tell still to this day, like right now, I still cannot tell whether or not I'm being trolled or not, okay? This can be entirely a very elaborate troll, all right? He's clearly playing into the gay memes, okay? Queeman is playing into the gay memes. He knows he's doing that, okay? In order to get like viewer engagement and for like his fans to go like, ooh, Queeman is in love with Aiden, ooh. But it's just like, I just don't get what they're getting at, you know? That's it. You're being trolled 100%. I don't give a fuck then. All right? Then I will make fun of him.
happy. And we go in.
I don't care whether or not this is true, okay? You know what? Let's just assume this is fake. This is all fake, okay? Too bad. I'm a retard, all right? I will just automatically assume that this is true because I do not understand the meaning of irony or sarcasm, all right? I will in fact say that you are retarded, okay, in these social scenarios. Wow, you really got me with this troll. I was only pretending to be retarded and gay. Bro, you can't be real. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, wow, you really got me here. Oh my god, you really got me. Yes, wow.
Aiden sits down on the sofa.
You really got me.
Looks aside and sort of jumps up. And there is you may have already heard this already, but there is a girl laid across the sofa, asleep, on the sofa, that Aiden did not see as he walked in, and then sat down on the legs of, as he sat on the...
Definitely not a Bridgeburn. Sounds like he was annoyed at Aiden.
She doesn't wake up.
Okay.
She doesn't wake up.
I have no
And we sort of like, you know, sit around, we like laugh about it, we like sit down, like the other sofa, and then the girls whose flat is come in, and they come and wake her up, basically, and they're like, oh...
Listen, you know, I just want to pick my plants, okay? I just want to pick my plants in this game. That's all I want.
Let us know, and we'll give you in the living room and all this shit. It's like, really, we could have just left. We're totally fine just leave, but they were obviously insistent on this, I guess. So they send them basically like after
this sounds like riffing.
10 minutes.
No, Corey, that's what I'm saying. This sounds like ribbing, right? Like, this literally sounds like ribbing. I fully agree with you, yeah. I don't think this is actually a bridge burn. This doesn't sound like one. This sounds like he's just ribbing, right? This doesn't sound serious to me, but yeah, whatever.
They're upstairs.
Whatever, they're acting retarded. Oh, what? How long?
Which is quite funny.
What? He talks through this for another 30 minutes?
And
guys!
It's not like crazy eventful, but basically we're just sitting around talking.
How do you chat about this for another 30 minutes?
This, the girl who was sort of,
how?
Who had spoken to me at the bar and
about any of this?
Was like literally, you know, kind of ping-ponging like backwards and forwards between people. And then ends up leaving and probably, assumedly, given how long she was gone for, throwing up. So that happens. And while she's gone, we're like, you know, realizing that, talking about that. And Hellbent's sort of going like, before we realized that, I think, Hellbent's sort of going, so? Go on do your thing, so? Like, sort of like that. And Aiden's getting, like, annoyed with this. I think it's just funny. I think it's, like, funny. And I start sort of mimicking it, taking the piss. Because I can't tell. I don't think anyone else can tell either. Whether how serious Hellbent is being, whether she's doing it.
Was yapping. Bro, how could they be so sexist and be anti-woman when they're like the biggest yappers, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, okay? Like, this entire time, okay? This entire time, right? Like, they are sexist towards women. They're super sexist, right? Because they're like anti-Destiny and get it? Because when you're anti-Destiny, you're super sexist. Anyway, no, they'll have the most heinous positions on the Pixie drama, right? But then you turn around, all right, and you look at this, and I'm like, wait a second, I think these guys are just acting like toxic femininity, right? They're talking behind each other's backs. They're being petty, right? They're like smack talking each other, right? They're like criticizing each other, like on little bits and pieces. Nothing is like a big deal here, right? It just sounds like this is just toxic femininity, and they're just women. They're just being women. Okay, that's it, right?
Just like fuck with Sol and make a joke, or whether she like actually thinks this is like gonna happen, and Sol's gonna like go and, you know, hit on the skull or whatever, or go and do something like.
The snarking is inherently.
No one can retell. So I'm sort of like mimicking it and making fun of it a little bit. And just keep going to him. So, put into the door. So, go on. So. And that's all just funny to me. That's all just funny. And then they're just doing weird shit, like, you know, this fucking girl who's a military wife, like, it's like, I don't even know, dude. She's like climbing up on top of the fucking radiator, and like her fucking knees on me, I'm like curled up into a fucking ball. Just like, dude, what is going on? And eventually we basically go to leave. And as I go to leave, I'm about to go to the toilet, and I open the door, and that
no
military
woman
wife
takes as long to tell a story. You have no idea.
Cuddled over in a ball on the toilet, just like face down. Great. So I can't even go for a piss. Great.
I mean,
so we leave. And basically, you know, I go and get my stuff from my Airbnb, and the night really kind of ends there. I think that's basically all the main events from New Year's Eve. And then I'm like totally wiped, and I'm asleep for like a full 24 hours, and just totally raped. And so is Aiden.
Totally raped.
So yeah,
nice.
The next time.
Ow.
We gotta meet.
That was my fault.
Did you leave her in the bathroom? Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? I told her friend she was there. But I wasn't doing shit. Fuck that. So that's all the main events from New Year's Eve. Show the photos. We can do that in a minute. I'm just explaining.
Your debate Ryan? What the fuck? Hello?
So
the title of the stream is not I debate Ryan. The title of the stream is
in between that, when we get
Ryan.
back from the afters, me, Hellbent, and Sol watch Doctor Who. And then now Doctor Who, Chris Roxton. Fans. So I've converted them by showing them some Doctor Who, okay? So that was huge. That was huge.
I'm being trolled. I'm actually being trolled.
So that's a successful trip as far as I'm concerned.
Why do I care? Why do I care about this?
So yeah, the next time we do something, I'm meeting up with Aiden, okay? And I'm trying desperately to plan something with Aiden. And I still am. Desperate trying to plan stuff with Aiden. I'm trying to get him to actually do stuff that he can do, like in.
Oh, okay,
Britain.
okay.
He wants to just do stuff.
So the bridge is not burned. The backstabbing is not happening.
Or probably
okay,
fucking,
all right.
You know, Iraq if he wanted to, but in London. That's all he wants to spend his time doing, like laying in a hotel room or fucking going to Italian restaurants. But we'll get to that. So we end up settling on the British Museum. And I lock us in for the British Museum. I think I achieve it by giving him a set time that I'm booking it for and making sure he has to shop for a set time. I think that's how I achieved it, and so he couldn't flake.
Oh my god! Okay, all right. What was the end of this?
Debate would be like totally overplaying it. It is like literally like just bouncing backwards and forwards saying fucking nothing. It was like nothing. It was like so empty. So yeah, that was that conversation. That was one thing Dick said that I was like, that was a bad recollection.
What was the point of that? What was the point of any of that? What? Hello?
Oh yeah, well we're at the second boat thing. I got 2 free shots of tequila from the bartender. Immediately gave them to Aiden. Made Aiden drink both of them. That was good. That was good.
Friendly.
What about this guy over here? Yes. Okay.
Talk about the toilets in the first barge. Oh yeah, it was like some awful, like, dude, it was like...
By the way, okay, just so you know, all right, this is where I got... Oh, is that Aiden? Jesus Christ. Bro, this is where I got the idea for the half screen shit, okay? Like the fucking half and half screen shit. I actually got it from Queenman, okay? You're welcome. Okay, cool. Now I fucking stole his idea. I stole his gig. What? What's the point of any of that? What? First touch, now this. Oh my lord. Oh my god. What was the point of any of that? What the fuck? What? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why am I torturing myself like this? Sub 100 concurrent views streamer. How many views does Queenman get these days? To be fair, on some days I also get sub 100, okay?